Peter McKinnon.
Hey.
I'm about to make a video about getting rid of my office and getting rid of a ton of gear, which I know has been a topic of your videos as of late. And I think a lot of people are gonna be like, hey, Sarah's copying Pete.
Me? I'm copying you. Ever since you started leaving New York City and selling stuff, I was like, I gotta do this too.
I mean, it really is the best though, right?
It feels so good getting rid of you. You accumulate so much over the...
Ironically, I'm buying more now, but I'm consolidating.
You're emptying and then filling.
Exactly. I'm just like, I just need a ton of the same camera.
Yeah, you know, it's like, I think I have like 15 black t-shirts and it's great.
Yep, all of it needs to go.
Everything must go, yard sale.
The feeling of, oh my gosh, I have too much stuff, this is complicating my life, has been a common theme in the past year. As you know, it's been a rough year. And so as we have moved from New York City, we're now in Texas, we're in hopefully our final hotel before we move into our new home. Let's just wrap up this crazy, moving, chaotic series with why I got rid of my office and working from home and getting rid of a ton of gear, and just talk through some lessons that I've learned this past year, because maybe this video is a little bit for me, but I kind of need like a moment of decompression, and maybe it could help some of you guys out there. What's up everyone? My name is Sara, Dietschy rhymes with peachy, and this video is sponsored by Blue Microphones. This is the Blue Yeti Nano, an amazing USB microphone you can plug in directly to your computer, and as you can tell, the audio is so crispy. So if at any point in this video you're like, wow, Sara sounds really good, well, you can check out my link in the description below to learn more. Okay, so let's hop into it. Why did I get rid of my office when it was like literally perfect? New York City is one of those places that people just come through. It doesn't matter if you're a YouTuber, you're in finance, you're in business. You know, at times it really felt like, oh my gosh, I was in the center of the world, which was so good for podcasts. So it took me a while, but I made some really big investments in lighting and audio just to make everything was perfect. And yeah, I did that in March, and then the world just stopped. And then, well, no one came to the office for collaborations and podcasts, and I have to say I haven't like admitted this publicly because it was so painful for me to get everything perfect and then just not to be able to use anything. So really, I worked so much from my apartment that the investment in an office was just not making sense. And I hated doing remote interviews before. I mean, a lot of the technology in terms of live streaming and using good gear for remote tech has been so slow, but it really seems like things have accelerated this year. I kind of just gave in. Okay, remote podcast, let's do it. And it seems like people are down with it and they're excited for it. And a lot of people, and you can let me know in the comments down below, probably aren't going to be leaving their house as much. Like, do you want to go back to the office? I know there are some people that are probably like, I'm stoked to see people again in the office, but I think working from home has really distilled things into results. It's not about, hey, if you can go yammer over to the boss and be impressive with what you say. No, it's what you produce that matters, right? And I'll tell you the moment that it clicked when I was like, oh, okay, this working from home thing, I don't think is going away anytime soon. So I was doing a pretty big shoot with a pretty big company. This year, it is 100%. Oh, we were so close there, weren't we? But no one could be there while I shot the video. You know, for big shoots, you usually have a director, a producer, you have the clients, you have so many people on set, and I was filming this in my office, but you know, we couldn't do that. So literally using a little cam link dongle, I recorded myself talking into the camera like this, hello world, blah, 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 doing the video. And on the other side of it, I was also broadcasting what I was filming directly into Google Meet, where all of the production team was, and the clients and all the people, so they could watch live. So I would end my take, they would give some feedback, and we would just move forward like that. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy that technology has advanced in this type of way. I don't think people are ever gonna see each other ever again, be in the same room. I mean, I hope so. I enjoy people's presence, and I'm sure it's coming back soon. Human connection, we all need that, right? But to my point, I was like, okay, it's time to get really focused in. Hopping in a 20-minute Uber to go to my office is an obstacle for me getting things done. So I think that was like the longest intro ever to segue into maybe some productive points that will help you behind my reasoning of why I got rid of my office, why I got rid of so many cameras. I got rid of all of my cameras besides the Sony a7S III, 16600 in my Blackmagic setup. And also maybe talk a little bit about the tech that I don't talk about a lot in this channel, but is always in the behind the scenes of some of your favorite office and apartment looks. Number one, whether it is your home or your office or your little den where you get work stuff done, do not wait until that perfect time to redo your setup and have everything perfect, because that time will never come, and it will pay off so much if you get it done now. Like I said before, I had that New York City office for almost, like, was it 3-4 years? And there was always some things wrong with it. Okay, the sound was echoey. I could pay thousands of dollars for sound panels, but that sounds expensive. I could get some nice microphones. I could rig up the lights so I don't have to set everything up every single time, which I hate to do, but that's just expensive. It's gonna take a lot of time. I'll just wait. Okay, so I did that. I made a couple years of like mediocre videos. I was way better at making videos outside because, hey, it wasn't echoey there. But once I took the time in March of 2020 to really figure it out, man, my videos looked sweet. It was easy to make videos because everything was rigged up, ready to go. Man, if I made that investment in the beginning, think about all the years of videos that would have been so crisp. Usually I try to keep my videos positive, but what you're hearing is just pure regret from me. Don't make my same mistake. So number two, stay organized and know exactly where things are. So when you have that idea, the gap between that idea and creating is much shorter, and you can just get a finished product. Now, if you're familiar with the Ira Glass quote, he basically talked about the gap with creating. And the very beginning, when you are bad at maybe making YouTube videos or writing or doing XYZ, it is really difficult because you know what looks good, but there's this gap of work and hours and time, blood, sweat, and tears that you have to put in to get to that final product where you're good, where you can deliver on that product, but it takes work, right? I think that's, I think he calls it like the creative gap, and I think that is a super important lesson to kind of marinate on. But the gap that I like to talk about, hey, you are established in your skill, but you got to get more things done, and this is something that I'm super bad at. That's why I'm talking about it. You have an idea, but there's no process in between. You didn't take that time to hang up that light, so all you have to press is one button. No, every time you have an idea, you got to take out the C-stand, you got to unbox the light, you got to figure out what dongle does this and does that, and by the time that you're ready to film a video or write that script or take the photo or do whatever you do, oh my gosh, you're exhausted. I don't want to do it anymore. So when I say shrink that gap, that's what I'm talking about. So this reason is why I got rid of like 5 or 6 different cameras from different brands. I don't need to make that choice every time I film a video. It's just the a7S III. Perfect autofocus, flip screen, it looks great. I have a ton of lenses for it. And then if I'm doing a 3-camera interview, I have Blackmagics for that. Boom. Done. I have lights and modifiers that just make light on my face just look so pretty, like the 120D, the 300D from Aperture, so nice. But a lot of times that doesn't do the trick of really filling up a space. So I bring the Aperture MCs, the tiny little lights, with me everywhere. Oh my gosh, it's so handy. You put them in a case and they're RGB. So it gives you a really nice flare of color no matter where I am, my apartment, my office. And my office, I had some nanoleaf canvases I can control with my phone to add an extra pop with the peach color. And those Aperture MCs that I was just mentioning, I had a set of 4 of those, both in my office and my apartment, because it makes it really easy to make a nice image. So why not have them in both places? And now that I'm embracing fully working from home, I won't have to worry about having doubles of everything. Oh my gosh, I forgot all my SD cards at the apartment. Oh my god, I forgot all of my lights at the office. It's just, I'm excited. Oh my gosh, another thing, and now I'm just getting super practical and granular in terms of video creators. I was trying to keep this very high level, so it just applied to everyone, but baby plates. I didn't know what baby plates were until I started texting Peter McKinnon. I was like, hey, how do I permanently hang up lights to walls? This doesn't make sense to me. I just use C-stands. How do I put a C-stand to a wall? So baby plates are basically that. You screw it into a wall, and there's also baby plates to hang up from the ceilings if you have that drop ceiling too. So there's a lot of different options, and you can hang lights, you can hang a lot of things from that, and that just enables, it shortens that gap in between having an idea and just creating. Man, I'm trying to make myself feel better about the whole working from home, but I really did get that look dialed in my office, didn't I? It looks good. It was it's a good look. And the last thing I'll mention that helps so much to just have dialed and tuned is audio. And thank you so much, Blue Microphones, for sponsoring this video. I was shocked at the price point and the, well, size of this guy. He's so cute. The Yeti Nano, the sound is so crisp, is so clear, and it doesn't matter if you're a video creator or a podcaster or a streamer creating things, although this is the mic for you as well. So many people are just doing Zoom and Google Meets, and you want to step up that audio. You want that crisp audio. Maybe you're in a very echoey room and there's not much you can do. Well, hey, having a microphone that is close to your mouth, that is designed to give you good audio, not your probably subpar laptop speakers. Oh my gosh, this is going to elevate your audio in a huge way. Because it's a USB microphone, it doesn't require you plugging in to a wall outlet. It is completely powered by USB, powered by your computer. So such a small package, but we have a lot of clarity with the audio. And all it is it's connected by a USB cable. Something really cool that comes with all Blue microphones is the Blue Sherpa software. When you click Enable Blue Voice, it takes you into this really cool panel where you just have so much control. Let's go to that crisp and modern. I have a feeling that's something I will enjoy, but hey, the air conditioner just kicked on. So let's just go to the extreme just to illustrate the point here, but you just have so much flexibility with the already existing presets. Here we have the AM radio FM station. You are listening to Peachy Radio. Warm and vintage. There's so much to choose from. You can start with these already existent presets, which are pretty great, but if you tweak them along the way, create your new custom preset, well, you can go in here, add it in there for when you stream in the future, or you're recording or have a meeting via Zoom. There's two different modes with this microphone. So it can capture everything that you're saying in front of it, but then it can also capture everything around it. So say you're doing an interview and the other person is on the other side of you. Well, just switch it to that other mode and boom, you are good. There is just so much value in this Yeti Nano that I'm a big fan. So make sure to check out my link in the description below if you're interested. I love it so much. Okay, to the last point, number 3. We've been talking for a minute here, and wow, I think this last point can really apply to us all here. It's okay to change your mind. It's okay, Sarah, to be so set on the functionality of your office, but then the world changes and you just want to go from your bed in your PJs to your office that's just in another room and start the workday. That's okay. See, something that I got stuck in and honestly comes up in my life a lot is something called the sunk cost fallacy. Now, I went to a special, I guess, fancy economics website, and this is how they describe it. Individuals commit the sunk cost fallacy when they continue a behavior or endeavor as a result of previously invested resources, time, money, or effort. Y'all, when I got those sound panels up, I invested in those fancy curtains. I got the lights up. I was like, I am never, ever leaving this office. I don't care if you have to drag me out of this place. I put so much time and effort and money. And again, I took those steps once I got to my office. It was really easy to make YouTube videos. Everything was set up. It was great. But I was really sad last year. So a 20-minute commute to an office where no one was, very lonely office. John wasn't there, just was such a huge mountain to climb every time that I had to make a video. And I kind of fell into the sunk cost fallacy where I'm like, no matter what, I'm sticking it out. I'm not going to do the necessary things to actually make my life easier and make my job easier and do what I need to do. I mean, here we are, fast forward over a year, and we're finally making some of those changes, but yeah, that's a big one. Okay, I feel like I ended on kind of like a depressing note, but no matter what it is in your life, you know, for me it was an office, but maybe for you it's a toxic relationship. Oh my gosh, I put so much effort into this relationship, I can't let it go. Well, hey, there might be something better for you out there. Okay, so I guess this video was kind of a selfish dedication to my beautiful New York City office. I will never see you again. That is so sad, but on to new adventures with the Peachy fam, with you guys. Maybe in the next video, I won't be in a random hotel. That would be really great, and maybe we can continue to share with you some of our new life, but also just tech stuff. Got some fun tech stuff coming down the pipeline. Okay, let me know if you like this video. Hit that subscribe button down below for new videos every single week. And make sure to check out the Yeti Nano in the description below. And until next time, stay peachy. Okay, bye. You just gave me terrible flashbacks of shooting weddings and hauling multiple Pelican cases of stuff that you would just never use. But you gotta have it.
You get that one little setup in the church where you have all your cases open and your stuff's everywhere.
It's so ugly.
It's so bad. You're hiding from everybody. You're trying to be as quiet as possible.